Hi and welcome to our mobility program. You may want to have a cushion if you have sore knees and place that cushion just above your calves so you can sit back onto your feet. And we're coming into a child pose where we rest our forehead down on the ground, tucking our chin towards our chest and focusing on breathing into your back. Think of expanding into this area of your back here. So we're going to focus on taking some deep breaths, breathing in and out of your nose, expanding and just deflating into your back, into your belly. Just getting a nice stretch through your back, relaxing all the way through your spine. Let's take 3 more deep breaths here. Lengthening through the back of our neck, resting on the hairline of your forehead. Breathing deeply. 1 more deep breath here. And then we're going to walk our hands over to the left, placing our right hand on top of our left hand, and again rest your head down between your arms, tuck your chin towards your chest. Try to draw your right hip back as you reach over to the left, and again breathe down into the lower right side of your back. Take a big breath in to feel that area expanding and relaxing. And as you breathe out, feel it deflating back in. Let's stay here for another 4 deep breaths. We want to feel that opening out all through the right side of your back, right down into your hip. You may feel it underneath your shoulder blade on that right side, anywhere along the right side of your body. Stay here for 2 more deep breaths. One more. And then we walk our hands back through the center and over to the right side, placing your left hand on top of your right hand, and again, head resting down between your arms. This time, we're breathing down into that lower left side of your back. Make that area inflate with every in-breath. And feel that stretching all the way down the side of your body on that left side. Tuck your chin to your chest, rest on the hairline of your forehead. And let's take 3 more deep breaths here. Breathing in to expand into your core, specifically into that lower left side of your back. And breathing out, just feeling everything gently drawing in. Start to bring yourself into the focus of activating through those core muscles with your breathing. Breath in to expand into your core. And a breath out to contract into your core. Pelvic floor gently pulling up. Lower abdomen gently drawing up towards your spine too. And then we're going to walk our hands back to the center. We'll get rid of that cushion for the moment, so we'll use that a little bit later. We're going to come to our 4-point kneeling position. So your hands are directly under your shoulders and your hips are directly above your knees, pushing up from the floor, having our neutral spine, so the back of our head is lifting up, but our chin is gently tucking in towards your chest. We're pulling our core muscles up inside us here, and then we're going into our cat arch. So we curl our tailbone under, and as we roll the spine up to the ceiling, we bring our chin down to our chest. Take a breath in to hold this flexed spine, and then breathe out, come back to neutral. Now here we extend and look up, pull your shoulders back. Take another breath in and breathe out to neutral. Breathe in, flex the spine back up. Breathe out to neutral. Breathe in to extend. So we're making our back move through those 2 ranges. Flexion here, and then extension, lifting the chest, relaxing the shoulders. Work with your breathing. Breath in, holding that flexed spine, curl your tailbone under. Breathe out to neutral. Breathe in to extend. Let's do 3 more of those. And your aim here is to increase your range of movement each time you're moving into extension and then flexion. One more time. Extend and then flex. And then we're coming back to our neutral spine position, and we're going to do a little tail wag. Think of a dog wagging its tail. The upper portion of your body stays nice and still. It's just the lower portion of your back doing this little tail wag. We're going to do 10 little side repetitions. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we'll come back to our neutral position here. Now this time, let's go into thread the needle. We're going to take our right arm up to the ceiling, and then we're going to bring that through and reach all the way through so the back of your shoulder is resting on the ground. And the side of your temple also resting on the ground too. You can keep your left hand in front of you here, or you can try it on the small of your back. You may even want to try it extended up to the ceiling. See which one feels best for you. We're keeping our waist nice and long on both sides, so try not to twist off through your lower pelvic area. And then we're holding this rotation. Now let's practice our breathing again. Breath in to expand into your core area, and then every time you breathe out, you're contracting in through your core. Let's go. Take a deep breath in. And breathe out. Just see if you can rotate a little bit further. Just enjoy that nice stretch through your back. Big breath in through your nose, expanding into your core. And then breathe out of your nose and contract into your core. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Relax yourself. And then we'll gently bring our top arm down, come back up onto all fours. So let's do the other side. Come onto your hands and your knees. This time we're taking our left arm up to the ceiling and then threading it all the way through. So the back of your shoulder reaches through, the side of your temple rests on the floor. Rather than flattening your ear, we want to avoid this. We want to keep a nice lengthened neck position. And then try out those different hand positions for the right hands. See which one feels good for you. Long through your waist on either side. Big breath in to hold that position. And then breathe out, contract into your core. Breath in to expand your core, let it relax. And a breath out to contract into your core. Keep it going. Close your eyes, just relax. See if you can deepen that stretch a little bit further. Take 2 more deep breaths. And then we'll gently bring our arm back down to the floor and push back up onto all fours. Now we're going to use our pillow next. Especially if you have a lot of pain in your lower back, having the pillow, especially in the early stages of this course, might help to release some of the tension that we hold in that lower back. So you can position it underneath your pelvis. Now this helps to keep your lower back a little bit more lengthened. So if you feel that you're really tight and jammed up into this lower spine area, having a little bit more length, a little bit more support underneath your hips can help keep your spine nice and neutral. Now, when we're doing this next exercise, this is called a cobra, we are going to be lifting our chest up and then coming back down again. But with the cushion underneath your pelvis, you might only be actually lifting yourself to a neutral position. That's perfectly fine. And then as you feel your back starting to release slightly, you might be able to remove that cushion. So let's bring our chin towards our chest and we're relaxing our shoulders. Our legs are slightly apart. just about hip width apart, and our bottom is quite relaxed. We're going to take a breath in, and as we breathe out, pull your core muscles up inside you. Now keep them pulled in, and we're going to start to extend up through your back and then bring ourselves back down again, just nice and gently, lifting up through your back and then coming back down again. You work in a comfortable range for you, so we're not causing any pain into the back. If your body feels like it can, try and come up a little bit higher each time. You can start pushing with your hands and then coming back down again. Breathing in to lift up, breathing out, coming back down. Keep your core pulled in. As you lift through your chest, you keep your neck neutral. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Try not to tense into your shoulders. Make sure you breathe. Nice deep breaths. Breathing in to raise, breathing out to lower. So that might be too high for you. You might just be working in this slightly lower range here. None of these exercises should be uncomfortable. They certainly shouldn't be painful. Take it back a little bit if they are. Make sure you're working in a pain-free range. Let's do 4 more of these little cobras. Breathing in, raising up, breathing out to lower down. Two more. Last one. Good, and then bring your hands underneath your shoulders, push yourself back, come into your child pose and remove your cushion from in front of you. Just come back to this position. This is a nice position to release out through your back each time. Take a couple of breaths here. And then we're going to flatten ourselves back down onto the ground. Again, you can have your cushion underneath your pelvis if you wish, or you can remove it. It's up to you. We're going to take our left arm out to our left side with the palm of the hand facing down to the ground, about the height of your shoulder. Turn your head so that your left cheek is resting on the ground. With your right arm, we're going to place the palm of the hand flat on the ground with the elbow pointing up to the ceiling. And all we're doing here is just a little rotation. I want you to think of the middle portion of your back and your shoulder blades. We want that shoulder blade to draw down and towards the center of your spine. And we're just going to do a little rotation away, like you're pushing into the floor with that right hand. And then relax yourself forwards again. So just really reset that shoulder each time. Shoulder blade relaxing back, opening your chest on that right side. Little push, open yourself up a little bit more, and then coming forwards. Very small movements. Shoulder blade relaxes back, and then rotate slightly, and then come back. So we're activating through that mid-back, making sure that we're aware of how we hold the shoulder blades in this position. Starting to rotate through your spine slightly. We're going to go into a spinal rotation after we've done 2 more of these scapular settings. Rotate slightly, coming back down. Rotate. Now this time, let's see if we can go right over to our side. Bend up your right knee and bring yourself over a little bit more. You can either bring your right foot in front of you, or you can bring it behind your leg. Now in this position here, we're really stretching into our chest and the front of our left shoulder. We're in a spinal rotation here too. Now let's just hold this position. The palm of your hand is still flat on the floor behind you. Your arm is nice and straight. Practice your breathing. Two more deep breaths there. release yourself back to the center. Let's do that same exercise on the other side. Coming to lying down on your tummy. Again, you can position your pillow underneath your pelvis if you need it for your lower back. Your right arm is straight out to the side. The right side of your head is resting on the ground. Left arm is up in front of you. And we've got our feet slightly apart again. We're setting our shoulder blade on that left side. So try to relax it down your back. And then we're going to add in a slight rotation, very small. And then release forwards again. Roll that shoulder blade back. Just relax it down, open out your chest slightly, and roll it back. Push away from the floor with this left hand. Let's do a few more of those. So we're opening the chest, relaxing the shoulder blade, thinking of that shoulder blade on the left side, sliding down your back and coming into the center of your spine. Keep your hips quite flat on the ground in front of you. You might get a slight lift in that left hip, but let's really focus on the upper portion of your back at the moment. Let's do 2 more of those. Roll that shoulder back, relax it, push away from the floor and then coming forwards again. Relax it back. Now let's stay here and roll all the way over. So you're going to feel this really opening out the front of your right shoulder and the chest area. Now if that's uncomfortable for you, you just don't go so far back. You might come to this position here. You might want to bring that cushion back up underneath your knee and just rest here. This might be enough to begin with. And then gradually you can open yourself up more and more so you're in a stronger spinal rotation position. Let's stay here for another 3 deep breaths. Relaxing, breathing, just enjoying that nice opening of the chest. 1 more deep breath. Beautiful. And then relax yourself back to the center again. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders and push back into your child pose. And let's take 2 breaths here again. So let's do our spinal rotation on our back this time. Lie down in your neutral spine. You can bring a cushion underneath your head if that makes your neck feel more comfortable. And start off with your knees bent up. We're going to straighten our left leg out along the floor and hug your right knee in towards your chest. Take hold of that right knee with your opposite hand. And we're going to draw your leg across your body. And as we draw it across your body, we also want to slide your bottom hip back a little bit. Right arm extended out to the right side. Turn your neck to look at that arm too. So we have a full spinal rotation. You can rest your top hand onto this knee to encourage it to come down towards the floor, or you can bring another pillow or block underneath this knee to rest on it. We're just going to stay here in this spinal rotation and take some deep breaths. And just make sure you are keeping the back of your right shoulder down as you allow the knee to rotate across. Completely relax your body here. Close your eyes. Breathe in and out of your nose. Inflating and just feeling the belly. Inflating and just feeling your core gently releasing back in. Take 3 more deep breaths. A little bit of pressure with your hand on your knee to encourage that rotation to move a little deeper. And then when we're finished here, gently come back to the center. Realign your spine in the middle. Straighten out your right leg. Take hold of your left knee. Draw it across your body. Slide your bottom hip back slightly. Put your knee on a cushion if you wish. Top hand resting on the knee. Left arm extended out to the left. And look at that left arm as well. Take some deep breaths here. Let the weight of your hand on your knee encourage that spinal rotation. Try to completely relax. Breathing deeply in and out of your nose. 2 more deep breaths. And then gently release back to the center again. Lying on your back, hugging your knees into your chest now. Curl your tailbone up off the ground and then press it back down again. Curl the tailbone up and then press it back down. So keep your upper body, your head, your shoulders relaxed on the floor as you make this movement just from your lower back. Knee hugs in and lowers back down through your tailbone. Take your deep breaths. Curl your tailbone up and think of your core muscles contracting in again. Think of getting a little abdominal contraction here as your hips move towards your bottom ribs. And let's do 2 more of those. Curling the knees in and then pressing your tailbone back down. And then straighten out your left leg, hug your right knee in. Hold either the top of your knee, or if that hurts your knee, bring your hands behind the back of your thigh. And then tuck your chin to your chest, lift your head and shoulders up. Try and get your shoulder as close to your knee as you can. Scoop your belly in. Again, we're using our abdominals here, working through your inner core muscles too. Rest your head down, extend your leg up to the ceiling, flex your foot, pull your toes down, and then with your core staying contracted, slowly lower that leg down to the floor in front. Maintain this nice neutral position. And then bring your left knee in. And lift your head and shoulders up. Chin to your chest, ribs to your hips. Think of drawing in all through those core muscles. Rest your head down, extend the left leg up to the ceiling, flex your foot, and with your core contracted and your spine staying neutral, slowly lower that leg down. Good, let's go with the breathing. Breathe in, right knee comes in. Breathe out to lift your head and shoulders. Breathe in, head down, hamstring stretch. Breathe out, lower your leg down, contracting in your core. Breathe in, left knee comes in. Breathe out, lift your head and shoulders. Breathe in, head down, leg up. Breathe out, lower your leg slowly down. Let's do 2 more of those on each side. Breathe out. Breathe in, head down, get the stretch behind the leg. Breathe out, lower the leg down. Breath in, breath out. Breath in and a breath out. Last one on each side. Breath in, breath out. Breath in and a breath out. Release that leg down. And our final one. Breath in, breath out, breath in, and a breath out. Good work. We'll bend both our knees up, roll over onto your side, bring yourself up to sitting. We're going to finish off now with a spinal rotation in sitting, arm openers, arms straight out in front of you. When we do this, we must make sure again we have good sitting posture. So think of sitting evenly on your sit bones. Your spine is nice and neutral. Those ribs are drawing down slightly to your hips so you're not overextending into your back. Think of lengthening through the back of your head up to the ceiling, which naturally tucks your chin down towards your chest. Your arms are out in front of you at the height of your shoulders. And then we're going to rotate and open one arm out to the side, turning your body to look at that arm. Come back to the center and then over to the other side. Breathe in to rotate. Breathe out, come back to center. As you rotate, think of growing tall up to the ceiling at the same time. Breathe in, rotate, lift up out of your spine. Breathe out, come back to the center. Breathe in, rotate, grow tall. Breathe out back to center. So when you start this one, you might work in a slightly shorter range. And then as you feel your back loosening off, see if you can increase that rotation in sitting. Let's do 2 more of these in your sitting position. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. You're opening your chest, relaxing your shoulders, keeping a neutral neck with your chin gently drawing down towards your chest. Last one. Good work, and relax there. Roll your shoulders out. Excellent work. Thanks for joining me for this mobility program. I'll see you next time.